It's nice getting feedback on your work. Writing is kind of an isolated business sometimes, and you don't really know what people are thinking, or if anybody reads it. So that's very nice. Thank you. Thank you, students. This honor means a lot to me because I have such a tremendous admiration and respect for the Institute of General Semantics. When I say institute, I really mean those fine individuals who have given so much of their time and their talents to general semantics, and to making the Institute the outstanding organization it is today. How can I possibly thank everyone who's helped me with general semantics? And general semantics says that when you talk, you leave something out. I'd like to thank everyone, but I'm sorry that I can't do that. First, I'd like to thank my wife, June, who's here tonight, next to Andrea. Thanks for your patience and your love and your support during this general semantics adventure. I'm very indebted to the discipline of general semantics and for giving me wonderful tools that have helped me personally and professionally. I'm indebted to Alfred Korzybski for founding general semantics and keeping up the struggle against very difficult odds. I've benefited from those early writers who added their wisdom to the discipline, including Irving Lee, Wendell Johnston, who Alan just mentioned a minute ago, Harry Weinberg, Francis Chisholm, and S.I. Hayakawa. And that's just a few of the many wonderful writers who've been writing about general semantics. I want to thank Ed Kellogg for introducing me to general semantics, and he also introduced me to Russell Joyner, who was then the director of the International Society. In the late 1980s, Russell made me his assistant. That's really how I got started with general semantics. Thank you, Russell, for involving me in this most rewarding enterprise. I want to thank Jeremy Klein. I learned much from Jeremy. He was the editor of Etc. for many years. And one thing that stands out is his sensitivity to how different readers may interpret a text differently. I now have the privilege of serving as editor of Etc. And while I'm talking about Etc., I want to thank Nora Miller, assistant editor of Etc., for her excellent editing. And I want to thank Emily Showmaker, who was Etcetra's chief proofreader for many years. Thank you for keeping Etc. looking good. And thank you to Jennifer Carmack for your proofreading of more recent issues. I've had many wonderful general semantics teachers. In a sense, I'm a student of those GS authors who write for Etc. In the process of editing, I learn a lot about general semantics and from some great thinkers and educators. At GS seminars and workshops, I've had some terrific teachers. I want to thank Bruce Kodish for a great science and sanity seminar. And for some excellent seminar workshops, thank you Susan Kodish, Andrea Johnson, Jeff Morkovich, Milton Dawes, Homer Moore, Kenneth Johnson, Charlotte Reed, and Robert Pula, to name just a few. I owe much to many GS authors who have written first-rate material for Etc. and have taught me about GS along the way. To Martin Levinson, thank you for your writing, for inviting me to do the introduction to your book. Thank you, Greg Hoffman, for your writing and for asking me to help you write the book, Mapping the Media. Thank you, Greg Solomon, former assistant editor of Etc., for your dedicated editorial work and your well-crafted articles for Etc. I've worked with many fine writers, Philip Vassallo, Robert Wanderer, Raymond Ghazi, Sanford Berman, Ed McNeil, and many others, including Lance Strait. We are members of what I call the community of general semantics. I want to express my gratitude for those who have helped that community grow and reach out to others. Thank you, Steve Stockdale. As executive director of the Institute, you get things done, and you get the right things done. And he really does. My grateful thanks to the board members of the Institute of General Semantics, to Charles Russell, former president of the Society, for your support during difficult times and good times. To Alan Flagg, for your great work for the New York Society. To Robert Wanderer for your many years as the mainstay of the GS chapter in San Francisco. And thank you, Lloyd and Mary Moraine and David Borland, for your tireless efforts in keeping GS alive and well. To the community of general semantics, which includes many of you here tonight, I owe a great debt. Thank you.